So let's talk about Caitlyn Clark right now, because Caitlyn Clark right now finds her name being weaponized. And it's being weaponized to push other people's agendas. Yes, that's what happens. When you get a platform, when you get fame, the worst part about it all is somebody else out there will use your name to push their agenda, to push what they really want to say, but use you to megaphone it, to amplify it, right? So they use you as a booster. Well, Caitlyn Clark finds herself in a lot of these bad conversations, especially about race, misogyny, etc. So a reporter, somebody gangster, said, "What's up, Caitlyn Clark? They using your name in vain? What you got to say about it, woman?" And listen to Caitlyn Clark talk about it.
Caitlyn, I know you mentioned that, you want to focus straight on basketball. Definitely respect that. But when, just asking you directly, when people use your name for racism, misogyny, whatever, what is your response to that specifically?
Yeah, I think it's disappointing. I think, everybody in our world, deserves the same amount of respect. The women on our league deserve the same amount of respect. So people should not be using my name to push those agendas. It's disappointing. It's not acceptable. But yeah, I mean, this league is a league I grew up admiring and wanting to be a part of. Like, some of the women in this league were my biggest idols and role models growing up and helped me want to achieve this moment right here that I get to play in every single night. So just treating every single woman in this league with the same amount of respect, I think is just a basic human thing that everybody should do. Like, just be a kind person and treat them, how you would want to be treated. And I think it's, very simple.
All that is true, all that is real, but blah, blah, blah. That ain't the way the world spins. And look, I'm not even attacking it. I'm not even saying she's wrong. I'm just saying that ain't happening. And in a world where we got to be idealistic but realistic, it's a tough balancing act. And here's the thing. Let me give it to you the way I see it, the way I felt it, the way I experienced it. Because people use me to push agendas as well, as I've seen others I've worked with be used to push agendas. Let me give you my first example. And this example kind of takes me where I guess Caitlyn Clark had to go, because Caitlyn Clark was asked this question in response. Let me give you the quote from a young lady in the WNBA by the name of Dejounte Carrington. I hope I said that right. If I didn't name you, so don't be mad at me. Dejounte Carrington. Here's her quote. "Dog, how one cannot be bothered by their name being used to justify racism, bigotry, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, and the intersectionalities of all of them is nuts." of them all is nuts. Somebody just finished their class in college. We all see the shit. We all have a platform. We all have a voice, and they all hold weight. Silence is a luxury. Now that's cold. Silence is a luxury when you're talking about a white person in this position. It's like, they just going along with it because they know they can get away with it. Okay, so I don't know Dejounte Carrington, but that was a loaded tweet. Basically saying, they are using your name, they are using your likeness to push negativity, and you ain't saying nothing against it. So you must be something wrong with you. You must be bad. Something is going on with you. You must be down with it. You ever heard the saying, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Well, when you get a platform, damned if you do and fucked if you don't. Right? That's the difference. In the real world, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? She says something, she's adding fuel to the fire, literally by saying something that will give it more attention. You don't want that. Don't say something, guess what they're gonna say? Silence is complicity. Silence is a luxury. Oh man, they got her boxed in, right? That's why you see those super big celebs, and I'm not talking about normal celebrity. I ain't talking about popular. I'm talking about famous. You see why they don't say anything? See how they just go about the business like, when you gonna take a stance? And they're like, there's no stance to take. Because whatever I say, you will twist it the way you want to based on your agenda, not what I said. So, Caitlyn Clark, good for you. Getting right into that camera too, boy. She was right. pan out, dog. She said what she said. She's like, look, it's a bad thing. And that's why she said it in a safe way. She said it that way because she knows you can't step in it. I can't get real with y'all. I got to stay idealistic with it. All right, so let me give you an example of one that happens with me and then one that's happened around me. One that's happened with me is when I have to do a topic on criticizing a black person. Angel Reese is coming up. This conversation actually is going to be complimentary to Angel Reese, but there are topics where I go at it, Angel Reese. It ain't because she's black, and I won't go at her because she's black, and I will not stay away from a topic because she's black. That part has nothing to do with it. But there are agenda folks out there who are like on the racial police, and they got the racial police radar. All right, we're looking for all the black people who talk bad about black people, and we're going to count it. And how many times you talk bad about black people, and more importantly, how many times do you talk about a black person and not a white person, right? And then you get caught up in that. I've been caught up in that. And then people be like, you a sellout. Why am I a sellout? Because you talking about black people on that platform. Black people do what I talk about. What do you mean? If I'm gonna talk about the NBA, 70% of the time, I'm probably gonna be talking about somebody who's black, good or bad. If I'm talking about the NFL, 55% of the time, I'm gonna be talking about somebody, good or bad, that's black. That's the way the game goes, okay? So I seen that. Now, I ain't Caitlyn Clark famous either, and I ain't tripping. I'm not built like Caitlyn Clark. Like, I don't care what y'all talking about. So I have gained opportunities because I keep it 100, and I have lost opportunities because I keep it 100. Oh well. wait. Like there's certain currencies you just shouldn't care about. You know what I care about? I care about the currency of love and energy being exchanged, right? I'm not caring about the currency of money being exchanged. You can always get some money, and you can always lose some money, right? Now, billionaire status, I would love to have it, but whoa, it's gonna take a minute, right? So the point is, don't let things get to you that ain't you. Caitlyn Clark seems like somebody who ain't gonna let it get to her. And Dijonay, you not gonna prompt me to go out there and take stances that I don't think I need to take just because y'all out there twisting it. Simple as that. Here's a clear, very clear example. Jason Whitlock. Y'all know I know Jason Whitlock. Used to work with Jason Whitlock. People love Jason Whitlock. People hate Jason Whitlock. He's polarizing, as they say. Also worked with Max Kellerman. People love Max a lot more than Jason, but some people don't like Max, right? Obviously, Stephen A was one. And he got people that don't like him as well. That's how the game goes. I got people that don't like me as well. But here's the thing that I want y'all to see. There was the time when Colin Kaepernick was protested, and it was right when I was transitioning from ESPN to Fox, working with Max Kellerman and then working with Jason Whitlock. I just want to show y'all how this goes down. There's video of it. I said the same thing right here about Kaepernick with Max that I said right here with Whitlock. But let me just tell you one thing. It wasn't received the same. Ain't that weird? That's one reason I hate co-hosts. I hate teammates. It ain't them. It's the fact that you become them just because of association. I mean, when I say the same thing, y'all know me, I ain't got that many damn skills. Let me stop. I ain't gonna talk that much about something differently till you prove me wrong. I was saying this, then I said that here. Whew, you say it here? Oh, that was an interesting debate. You and Max Kellerman, who's woke, y'all talking about it. Oh, whoa, that was good. Both sides had a great argument. Okay, I don't agree with you. You ever see this in the comments? Or you ever hear somebody tell you this? I don't agree with everything you say, but that was a good point. Hey, let me just translate that for you, homie. That means I said something for real, but you just kind of stubborn, kind of closed-minded. And you ain't supposed to agree with anybody on everything they say. So why are you even leading off with that old weak-ass hello intro, right? So that's that point. But then when you say the same thing over here, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe these two raccoons, what are they gonna these two sellouts, these two bums, these two house Negroes, like, The same thing. So Caitlyn Clark probably watched Sports Nation and Speak for Yourself. And she like, I ain't about to speak for myself. I'm going to speak for y'all idealistically. That's what happens. We box people in. And knowing real famous people and real celebs, they in their real homes, my DMs, my texts, if I ever got cyber hacked and that got out, them real people, they get real people. Come on. But the real world wants to hear them, but y'all ain't keeping it real, so they ain't gonna speak it to you.